And passed Michael Jordan for third place on the NBA scoring list before finishing with 26 points in the Lakers' win over Minnesota. At 36 years old, Kobe Bryant has played 1,269 games to reach 32,310 points. Now that he has passed Michael Jordan, Kobe says it's an honor, but he can't promise he'll try to catch the other guys who are ahead of him.
It's a huge honor. I mean, it's been such a long journey. And it's going by really fast, though, and it feels great to be at this point.
I know you and Michael have a relationship. You guys have talked over the years. You've gone to him for advice. I know last week you called him. What did he say to you then, and what's your relationship like now?
Well, I mean, I try to learn so much, and from him in particular. I mean, he's been such a huge part of my success in my career and giving me advice and offering mentorship and things like that. So. That relationship has meant everything to me.
You're number 3 on the list now. Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar are ahead of you. Will you play long enough to catch any of those guys?
Oh my God! You have any idea how much my body hurts from day to day? I mean, it's tough, man. I'm no spring chicken, but it feels good to be out here.
No spring chicken. Well, Michael Jordan released the following statement. I congratulate Kobe on reaching this milestone. He's obviously a great player with a strong work ethic and has an equally strong passion for the game of basketball. I've enjoyed watching his game evolve over the years, and I look forward to seeing what he accomplishes next. Quick note here, MJ did it in 4 fewer seasons, but Kobe did it nonetheless. You watched last night, Stephen A. How impressed were you?
Well, I was impressed, but it had nothing to do with last night's game. The fact of the matter is that when you sit in this chair and you watch these games and you cover this sport the way that I've covered this sport, humility kicks in because you marvel at the greatness of people in terms of what they do. But in Kobe Bryant's case, it's extra special because you know the work that he put in and the fact that he never cheated the game with his effort. Think about it. If for those out there who just watch the game from afar, close your eyes for a second and just imagine the Laker games that have been on national television, or you may have gone to see a Laker game when they came to town. There is a buzz that is consistently attached to this franchise, particularly in the Kobe era. You came to the arena to watch him. And when you come to watch him, it is rare that he disappointed you. And almost never, if not ever, has he disappointed you in terms of his effort. And so when we look at stars today, that's why, when I sit here and, people want to call it name dropping, they want to call it whatever it is, I pay homage to great guys, not because of their great abilities, but because of how they accept the responsibilities that come with it, and they go about the business of delivering day after day, week after week, year after year. And to me, that's what resonated for me with Kobe. I know how hard MJ worked to be great. He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time in my estimation. But I think if you sat back, knowing MJ the way that I do, if you sat back and asked MJ who would he have wanted to surpass him, it would have been Kobe. Because he knows the work that Kobe puts in to be great, to be in his 19th season, to play 200-plus more games, to play 5,000-plus more minutes in the regular season, to do what he has done on the level that he has done it. You just can't take anything away from it. When you talk about the greatness of Michael Jordan, you don't want somebody to surpass him just because of numbers. You want somebody to surpass him that really, really put in the work to try and be every bit as great as they are.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm having a hard time with this topic. I don't get it. Look, if we want to laud and applaud Kobe Bryant in a vacuum in and of himself, he is all-time great. There's no mistaking that. Nobody's going to disagree with that.
Okay.
But he ain't Jordan.
Well, we know that.
But I think a lot of people are leaping to a conclusion. He passed Michael. I think a lot of Laker Nation is.
No.
He passed Michael. He did. So what? Why are we even stopping to acknowledge the milestone achievement here because, again, to your point, he's now played 5,411 more minutes than Michael Jordan. Think about that. And just if we're just going to do pure numbers, because this is a numbers topic that we're doing, Kobe Bryant has taken 3,244 more three-point shots than Michael ever took. He's hit 1,094 more three-point shots. So if you do the times 3 on that one, that just on three-point shots alone, that's 3,282 more points from the three-point line. Because Michael, as you know, not until later in his career did he really even attempt many three-point shots. And then if we want to throw, we're just talking about regular season numbers here.
Right.
But if we want to throw the playoffs in, Kobe already has played 1,167 more playoff minutes, yet Mike still has 347 more points scored in the postseason than Kobe Bryant. So I don't know what are we trying to say here?
Well,
why are we putting them in the same breath? Because they don't belong in the same breath.
Well, it's not about being in the same breath because nobody's comparing him to Michael Jordan in my estimation. Michael Jordan is number 3 all time. The thousands upon thousands of players that have come across the NBA landscape spanning more than 60 some odd years. In the end, there are only 3 people. You understand? They were Michael Jordan, and there are 2 above him, and Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Kobe Bryant lasted long enough to surpass him.
Okay, good.
And so what I'm saying to you is that that's not, if we were having a discussion comparing him to Michael Jordan, then you're absolutely right with everything that you said. There's no debate because especially the people up here on this set, we know who the greatest is. There's nothing to talk about. But the point is that even Michael Jordan would take a moment to pay homage and to respect the man because you understand.
Okay, you know what? The Michael I know, and I do know him a little bit because I covered him.
Sure.
This is what I believe with all my heart and soul, and I don't mean this in a terrible way. I think he is sitting back right now chuckling over all this.
Why?
Because you remember his Hall of Fame acceptance speech? Remember what?
Yes, but
you know how arrogant he was?
Well,
but it's great arrogance. It's the greatest arrogance ever.
Right.
It's deserved. It's earned. He is sitting back. Again, he had to put out a statement because he's a team owner that, like, if
it's
you weren't
proper
involved,
etiquette.
Yeah.
It's not that simple, Skip.
Yeah.
I know Michael Jordan, too. And here's the deal. Michael Jordan would chuckle at anybody being compared to him in terms of his individual skill and what he could do against them or whatever the case may be. But Michael Jordan would be the first to tell you that that doesn't mean that you don't respect a dude's greatness. Just because you ain't me doesn't mean you're not great. Yeah. Michael Jordan, along with Isaiah Thomas, along with a bevy of Hall of Fame players, think there should be separate categories because they think the criteria to get into the Hall of Fame has become considerably easier than what it was.
I would agree.
But that same Michael Jordan, under any circumstances, under any scenario, would tell you that when it's time for the Hall of Fame, Kobe belongs right up in there with the rest of us.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? And so the point is, you have to respect the fact, especially somebody like you, being the fitness guru that you are.
What he's doing at 36 years old.
Yo, look, you know, you do what some 20-year-olds can't do, what some 40-year-olds can't do. You understand? So it's to be respected that a guy could last that long.
Well,
that
so
you're just doing durability then. You're talking about...
Well, durability and skill, because the point that I'm trying to make, see...
Longevity. You're just talking about...
This is, to me, the mistake you consistently make. When somebody is the creme de la creme, your attitude is, why are we even having this discussion? Because they're not them. And I'm going like this. Well, then let's not talk about basketball.
Hey,
because who the hell is Michael Jordan? You know what I mean? Why bother?
Wait a second.
You know?
What's our headline today? Kobe passes Jordan. Is that not the headline?
But points. Not game. Not accomplishment. Wait a minute. Skip championships alone. Hold on, Gary. Championships alone. 6 titles. 6 out of 6. Undefeated, unblemished, 6 MVPs. Never allowing a game to go, a series to go 7 games in the finals. So what I'm saying is, bottom line is, we all understand. This is Jordan, dog.
But you said it in the beginning, Stephen A. You're not. You can care about last night. It wasn't about last night. You were saying overall, his career. We don't care about last night specifically.
Overall.
You got to give him props for that. You just do.
You are the kind of dude that it's the creme de la creme. So why are we talking about it? And I'm saying to you, we need to just stop.
Wait, time out.
That's what you do.
I know how many of our younger viewers think Kobe is better than MJ. We've done polls. It's out there. How many crazy Laker Kobe fans right now say, that's it. That closes the case.
No. I'm as crazy as they come. I do not believe Kobe is better than
You're different.
MJ.
You're different.
I just feel like that'd be hard to ask. We'd have to do a poll. I just feel like that'd be hard for people to think that Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan.
I think a lot of people do. They do.
I think a lot of ignorant folks to the sport of basketball do.
Maybe.
I do not believe that people who know basketball, who saw Michael Jordan, believe that Kobe Bryant is better than Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was the ultimate assassin.
Okay, so we're just using this milestone to pause and applaud Kobe for his longevity.
Not
is that what
just
we're doing?
that.
And his longevity of greatness. Look, he's all-time great. I'd be the first to say.
But not just that. It's also being used to confirm something that you've alluded to. When you talk about Michael Jordan, there's only one name in the modern era that you even want to hear about. It confirms that, which is Kobe.
That's it.
Because you don't want to hear about anybody else because you saw Michael. I'm saying to you, by mere virtue of the fact that you're willing to acknowledge that Kobe is the one name that you're only interested in hearing whenever you're talking about Michael Jordan. That's all it means.
Okay, that's fair.
Kobe
Way
Bryant,
to go, Kobe.
we salute you here at First Take. Congratulations. Skip Bayless on board with it.
I am.
We're talking about the Cowboys.